Hello, Paul Thompson from bushcraftcanada.com. Okay, I'm going to do a quick comparison here of two huge, mighty knives here. You have the Thor, the NL1 from Fallkniven, and also from Fallkniven, the MB, modern Bowie knife. Dimensionally, not too dissimilar as you can see here. I'll do one knife at a time and talk about each one before I do a little quick comparison, because you can only just get them into shot there. So we'll do the Thor first. This is the largest of the Northern Lights series knife, and you pick this up and there's some weight in this. It's a really significant knife here. Like I say, the largest of the Northern Lights series, it's actually 9.85 inch blade length. Like, it's a really big bladed knife, this. Again, you know, the balance on these is really exceptional. They don't feel such large bladed knives, you know, they're very, very comfortable, but this is a particularly large knife, you know, in the Fallkniven series. 9.8 inches of laminated VG10. Very, very good steel. Of course, it's the staple of Fallkniven's production for years and years and years and years, and one of the reasons it's so popular is because not only is it very good edge holding, not only is it good tough steel, very high torsional strength being laminated, but also very easy steel to keep in the field. Like, it's surprisingly easy to sharpen. So it has that excellent sort of combination of qualities. It's stainless too. 59 HRC. It's a really, really very good steel indeed. Lots of weight to this knife, as you'd expect, with this 7mm thick spine, like a huge piece of steel. Weighs 520 grams, so you can really feel that when you pick this up. Solid T finger guard here. So the way that these knives are made are much more in line actually with traditional Bowies. You know, it has a narrow tang with a stacked leather and fibre washer. You know, I don't know if it's a silver nickel cap on here. I believe it is. So a very traditional way of making a knife. And of course you have that wrap round handle, so you know you can grab this knife without touching any metal parts. Beautifully made, of course. In a lot of the Northern Lights series, there's a lot more handwork goes in than other knives, and they make absolutely superb knives. I wonder if I can do just about get that in to show you the other side there. Absolutely beautiful. Of course, full convex grind. It's a beautiful blade shape with this swedge at the top. You know, very Bowie-like in form, very Bowie-like in function as well. These are tremendous usable knives actually. Considering their size, they still are very functional knives. Like I say, 59 HRC is going to give you some good edge holding there, and like I say, an easy steel to maintain in the field. Really exceptional knife, and you know, if you like any of the Northern Lights series, I suspect you would like this. So these came out quite a few years ago. It's been part of Fallkniven's range for a long time. So the MB, of course, literally modern Bowie, is the modern take on some of these older Bowie style knives, and what they've done is they've kept the dimensions pretty much the same. In fact, the blade length is only just a few millimeters, 4mm actually longer. The blade thickness is actually thicker. It's 7.4mm thick, although this does taper very quicker from this swedge on. So the weight, though it's a bit more, 565 grams, is not perhaps as much as you'd think. Again, beautifully balanced knife, great grip. Yeah, they've kept this solid T finger guard, and they use the Thermron handle material. Again, wrapped round, so there's a slightly reduced tang here. But you can see the thickness. They've also increased the thickness of the handle material here, so you can get a really nice grip. Like, it feels very comfortable. There's a nice profile to the handle, which means that your first finger and three fingers sit very comfortably on this knife. And again, it feels a very usable knife despite its size. Like, it's 565 grams again, so that's significant weight there. I'll just see if I can show you the difference in the handles. I don't know if you can quite see that there, but the MB is definitely a thicker handle. I put more of that Thermon material on the handle there. So just a few millimeters longer, a few millimeters thick. The steel, of course, is the laminate cobalt steel, an exceptionally good steel used on all the very, very high-end knives, and again has a lot of the qualities that VG10 does. They say it's a little bit tougher with the cobalt, and it is a really top-end steel. Again, full convex grind. This could be an excellent slicing knife. Just see if I can get a reverse picture there to show you. despite its size, you know, these would be great chopping, slicing, cutting knives. Great round the camp all-purpose survival knife. Like I say, despite their size, you know, they still feel comfortable, usable knives. They might not look it, but actually in the hand, they definitely are. So again, absolutely superb knife with all those excellent features. A lot of them taken from sort of Pro Series knives, and so I guess you could look at this as a more practical, modern version, and perhaps the Thor as a sort of more traditional approach. The modern Bowie comes with a big dangler style leather sheath. I can just about get that in. There's a big piece of leather there, rivets at the top, a dangler with a snap ring. And the Thor comes with again another very large leather sheath with this Thor symbol embossed. Slightly different. It's not doesn't have that articulated dangler, but it does sit a little bit lower, obviously because of the size of the knife, and you have this snap ring, which you can snap back when not in use. And again, a nice big piece of leather. But you know, if you are looking for a larger Bowie style knife as a survival knife, you really couldn't go wrong with either of these. They're absolutely superb knives, both of them. You know, if you want pure practicality, you know, I would say the modern Bowie. You want traditional, you know, quality and, you know, sort of more traditional materials, I would say go with the Thor. They're both superb. Anyway, you can see them on our site, bushcraftcanada.com. Just have a look under Fallkniven knives. And as always, you can just email me, paul@bushcraftcanada.com, if you don't hear or see anything, information you want in the videos.